Good morning. It's 6 a.m. and I slept a little bit better, although I still woke up at like 2:30 this morning and then was sort of awake the rest of the night. But things are a little wet because we camped in a valley and the stream is off to the left. So it was a chillier night with cold air kind of coursing down, but it's all right. Here we go. Piscoon and Buddy were so awesome. I had a ton of fun with them, and they left a little bit slower than me this morning, so I'm off. So far, I'm thankful for my orange beanie, and the bidet water is very cold. A fun observation from this morning. I'm going up this steady incline and just passed a guy going the opposite way who was older than me, named Daddy Longlegs, and we could see each other coming, and when we were about 20 feet away, both of us just instinctively stepped uphill to get off the trail for the other. And I was just thinking about the norms of like etiquette on trail. Technically I had the right of way because I'm going uphill, but he was considerably older than me, so I thought I would get out of the way as well. And we did it in such synchronicity, it was kind of funny. And then, yeah, he was like, oh, we're both polite. I sort of laughed and got back on trail and wanted to talk to him, but I didn't want to signal that I was keeping him. So I walked past him and then turned around and, we talked for 30 seconds and went on our ways. And it's interesting that like by walking past him and opening up the trail for him, it's just like a, subconscious communication, like I'm not holding you back. And then, yeah, I had another thought. I don't remember. It's just kind of funny to see trail etiquette at work. Big views. Very cool. Trail magic! Yeah!
I actually took a dip in Waterton Canyon.
Okay.
It's funny because all these bikers going.
Thumbs up. This is Georgia Pass, which is the portion where the CT meets up with the CDT. And It's just crazy. So happy to be back. When I came up to this pass, I accidentally followed the CT and then had to wind my way around this guy instead of the CDT, which from behind the mountain just cuts across and goes up the next hillock. So yeah, I've been here before. I was quite upset when I realized what I'd done. Oh man, the CDT is up there. Ah, I miss it so much. It's beautiful north of Georgia Pass. Like, yeah, it's one of the best sections for sure. Oh well, I'm going the other way. Oh man. Look. Look at all the trails connecting. Yeah, this is the left turn I missed. I went that way. Should have gone that way. The vibe of today's walking has really changed. The climb was hot and exposed, and then I took a break at the top. Georgia Pass is about 12,000 feet, and I got cold. So I put my cozy little sweater on, and now I'm descending. It just feels very peaceful in the forest here. And yeah, I put the trekking poles away. I'm tired. There's no need to work hard anymore. Just kind of coast the next 2.5, 3 hours down to camp and enjoy it. Yeah, it's crazy how the vibe can change, and it's really nice. I'm pretty hungry. I'm gonna be hungry going into Frisco or Breckenridge tomorrow. I don't have much food left. That's okay. Okay, so it's really funny walking southbound. Like, I remember this, but from the other direction. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever had this experience before. I'm trying to think. I guess on the Oregon Coast Trail, but yeah. Whoa. The deep forest smells so fragrant. Wow. It's like, it just naturally smells like you just taken some pine needles and cracked them and rolled them in your hands. It's like very pungent. Today I went 33 miles, and this deer's probably gonna try to lick my salt off my trekking pole or tent or something. I did not drink enough water yesterday. I'm feeling very dehydrated, and I think altitude sickness is maybe catching up with me a little bit. I don't know. I woke up with like physical pain in my brain at like 3 a.m. I drank some water, I felt a little better, but yeah, I was not drinking enough water last night. Don't feel very good today. We'll see how it goes. you know, despite this morning being a little uncomfortable, my head still kind of hurts, just like physically. I'm really happy. It's just so nice to be out. I think a lot of my experience and framework of through hiking has kind of changed since completing the Triple Crown. That was a goal I'd set that I really felt. How did I feel? I guess I felt like it was a lot of work and I really wanted to do it, and it required a lot of sacrifices, and so it was stressful in some sense. And then I did it and I was like, oh, I don't have to do it anymore. But now I'm just out here because I like it. So it's, I don't know, it's just so nice just walking. And yeah, what a great hobby. I'm just out in the woods again. I'm in Colorado again. This is so cool. It's incredible how when you're walking undernourished, downhill is fine. It's like just kind of hanging out. You're hungry, you're tired, but it's okay. And then when you start going uphill, everything is like crying out. Holy crap. This is just a little uphill too. Stellar's Jay is my favorite. It's a pretty bad view though. Oh, whoa. Yeah, there it goes. So much tofu. I ate all the noodles though. Sitting in Breckenridge, waiting for the bus. At least I know when it's coming. It's nice. Last time I was here, I think I slept right in there, back maybe 50 feet. I remember looking at the sun setting over these mountains, and where I camped was just so yummy. It was like really comfy. I think there were some rocks, but the pine needles is like the best cushioning and insulation. Yeah, it's so fun hiking somewhere I've already been. Maybe not a third time, but a second time is pretty fun. This is the move. I've come up this, I'm trying to show this initial hill, but from back that way. And now drop into the valley and then go up into that basin, I'm pretty sure, and then sort of cut across the alpine zone until the saddle. And then I'm over on the other side. Approaching the basin. All right. The mountains are up there in between the trees. our way out. Nice. We escaped. This vista encompasses a lot of the CDT. I'm on it right now in a portion it shares with the Colorado Trail, winding down that way, and we'll be heading up to a ridge which is pretty comparable with what you see across the way. But as we wind down on the Colorado Trail, we get down to the road and the city down there. I resupplied in Breckenridge, and then the Colorado Trail, along with the CDT, winds through these mountains up to the ridge or the saddle right there. And the Colorado Trail immediately goes down the other side. The CDT goes up to that ridge and then goes on the ridge all the way, winding back and forth. It's way steeper than it looks. Over to there. And then it goes down, and then it goes back up the other side and stays up really high again. The Colorado Trail goes up, but never as high as the CDT, and then it always retreats back down. There you go. You know, my big mountaintop epiphany today, me and this donut, trying to imagine where the distinction between jimmies and sprinkles came from. And my epiphany is that, sorry, it's probably really windy. My epiphany is that the first sprinkles were designed and sold by an ice cream shop named Jimmy's. So they got the name, and then other competitors were like, well, we don't want to call it Jimmy's, so they called it Sprinkles. That's what I got. I'm walking through Copper Mountain Resort on a detour because I think they were doing maintenance on the ski slopes, so they don't want you walking there. And I'm having this like internal monologue. There was a woman on a bicycle I thought was very attractive and like had a super nice bike and all the fancy gear in this like really rich and fancy place. I was just like, what am I doing? Just this bum walking through these places. Like, not that I really have the opportunity to access that sort of life, but that's been like an image that's been given to me through the culture I was raised in of like, oh, that would be the good life. And then now I've just been thinking for the last like 5 minutes, like, am I happy? Do I like walking? I'm gonna do more walking, I think, because I like it, but now I just want to ride bikes with cool people. It's a real trip, man. I'm about to make camp on the top of this little knoll. And I remember I found it a year ago when I was here because I pooped on the other side. And then I walked up the knoll and I was like, oh, this is a campsite. But now I'm receiving my just deserves, I guess. Oh man, too funny. I'm so excited to go to sleep.